Hello, and welcome to Think and Be Well. Did you know thoughts were real? Well, think about it. There's a universal law in the universe. It's literally in the name. The universe is mental. Some of you are agreeing with me right now. It certainly is mental. We live in a reality that's controlled by thoughts, thought forms, and thinking. And it all comes from you and me. And while thoughts and thinking and thought forms may all sound the same, they're not. Thoughts are like clouds that just drift across the sky, coming out of nowhere sometimes. Thought forms are what happen when you begin applying meaning to your thoughts. You begin thinking about your thoughts. Thinking is the action of creating a thought form from the various thoughts that roll around in your head. You don't have to think about all those thoughts. You can just let them pass by, but it takes practice. So thought forms are like the solid substance of your thinking. And why is a thought form important? Because thinking doesn't really have a lot of emotional energy associated with it. But when you begin applying meaning to your thoughts, then you're creating a thought form, this physical thing that lives in your head that I begin to attach meaning and emotion, and this becomes baggage around that thought. Some of those thought forms are like cute, fluffy teddy bears. They produce this emotion of well-being, of fun and happiness, and these are high vibrational emotions. But some emotions aren't so cute. They're like little gremlins that you can't feed after midnight, and they terrorize your mind, they terrorize your thinking, and they terrorize your life. For example, what do you think when I say the word diet? Don't overthink it. That initial reaction is important. Most people have a negative thought form and an emotional experience with the word diet. Somehow, we've interpreted diet to mean there's something wrong with you that needs to be fixed. It's a small word, as Garfield would say, it's die with a T, that has such a negative emotional reaction in most people. This negative emotional response is a lower vibrational response. And when negative thinking becomes dominant thinking, that's when we begin to suffer. We need to learn a simple trick. Reframe a negative thought or negative thinking into positive thinking. Make a game out of it. You'll be surprised how you feel when you do. Todd, you're not giving me all that positive thinking garbage, are you? Well, where has negative thinking gotten you? Are you living the life of your dreams? You won't with negative thinking. Polarity is another universal law. Negative thinking will create that negative vibration, that negative emotional response, and you will begin to attract negative things in your life. And I don't think that's what you want to do. It certainly isn't what I want to do. So what's the other side of that? Well, that's positive thinking. The reality is positive thinking yields positive realities. It's just sometimes hard to get past the people who are so positive all the time, right? Some of you are positive that you don't like those people. So remember, when you feel that negative thought about something, the trick that we're going to do is flip it. Let me go back to diet. Did you feel that? I think my stomach is growling. The negative about diet, we can probably all say the same things. I have to deprive myself. I have to be hungry. I have to weigh myself. I have to exercise. I will fail because I always fail. In program. Let's flip diet. Stop calling it diet. Lots of baggage around that word diet. Really, all we're talking about is what? Getting healthy. That's not a hard flip. One way to flip it is that you get to try new things and you get to work on becoming the person you want to be. These are how we can flip diet. So you get the idea. You see what we did there. We flipped the word diet into something else that could be fun. Nobody likes to do things that aren't fun. It's the same with your programming. Find ways to retrain your brain, to retrain your subconscious, and make it fun. Make a game out of it. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. Emotions are the energy that fuels the life you're creating for yourself. You don't have to think about all your thoughts. Let some of them just drift by like clouds, especially the ones that are going to cause you pain. Create your mantras and tell them to yourself as often as you possibly can. Accept positive change and show gratitude for where you are in your life. And if you live with a chronic condition like chronic pain or chronic illness, the negative thought forms around that pain often keeps you from living the life you want. And all it does is create more pain in your life. Reframe this to thinking about the life you want to have. When you flip your chronic condition, then that persistent chronic condition becomes a passenger along for the ride in the back seat instead of the thing that's driving the car. When we let the negative things in our life drive the car, we're along for the ride. When we can take those things that are a part of us, put them in the back seat, then we get to drive the car and we get to go the direction we want to go. Some things in our lives we can't get rid of, but they don't have to dominate us and keep us from living the life that we want to live. Peace. Thanks for watching. And if you found a vibe with the message, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can also hit the bell if you want a little reminder when new content is posted. Think and be well today, my friend. And peace.